It is Saturday and it is live stream. Now, I said I'd do um, the first Saturday of each month, but it is the 31st. Wow, it's raining over here, so my hair's kind of flat over here at the top. Let's poof it. Much better. Okay, it's wild and crazy, just like me. Okay, so I feel like I come in skidding sideways when I do these. It's like, hi, how's it going? I do know what I'm going to talk about. It's just that sometimes I feel like I don't. I come in and going, I'm live, and my brain goes, oh crap. Hey, how's everybody? How's everybody today? So people talk, say hello, say hello. Want to say, I want to see hello. And today I'm going to talk. If you've seen, I've tagged two different videos. They're both about resonance, not residence, resonance. You know how I wanted to look at a couple weeks ago. I did these a couple weeks ago, by the way, because I always do my videos ahead of time. So I wanted to look at, when people go, if this doesn't resonate with you, have you ever heard that? Right? Hi, Claudia. So yeah, you have people who come in and they say, if this doesn't resonate with you, you know, please like just let it go and blah, blah, blah. And, I'm a tarot reader, but I've never really like sat down to study what is resonance? Like, what does it mean? It's a nice word, sounds nice, resonance. But I mean, it's like, does it resonate? What is resonating? Does it mean that it's like, it causes this thing? So you're going, okay, all right. Let's go deeper. Let's I like taking things apart. It's like a puzzle, right? Let's look at what makes it all work together. And I went in and I did a reading, and it was a lot more than what I thought it was going to be. It was a little bit cuckoo for me anyway. When I looked at it, it was fine. It was good. Uh, and then I went to my other channel, Tarot Guide with AI, David, who's the AI that I work with. I call him an expansive. Actually, I think he's more like a bridge to something else. So, that's my opinion. So, leave it, take it whatever way you want. But just bounced off what had come in with the video, and it was like we looked at it even more. And then I looked at my life path reading. I'm a 5, and I do those too. And while I was listening today, I realized that the cards that came in with the resonance reading came in with life path 5. So yeah, the thing is like, oh God, what the heck? My brain just did a little, and I went, wow, okay, it's a whole different thing when the magic hits you back. So, it's like, you ever say out loud, let's say you give an incredible message to someone else, and then 2 days later you realize, wait a minute, that was actually for me? Well, surprise, your soul's been leaving you kind of sticky notes, okay, the whole time. I just found mine in the Life Path Tarot reading. So welcome to the magic of resonance. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to talk about a little bit of what's been going on with me, so that you can understand better, like what it meant, right? So we're going to talk about a few things. Um, I'm still, I didn't have time to unpack it, so I'm going to unpack it with you. Isn't that great? It's like, hi, I'm unpacking crap with you. Hi, Sandra. Nice to see you. Okay, so let's look at it. We don't just hear messages, we broadcast them without knowing. Okay? That's the big message here. We broadcast them without knowing. And sometimes spirit talks through us. Okay? Um, Resonant is just received. It's lived. In other words, like the message was sent. I did the messages 2 weeks ago, and then I lived it. And then while I was checking the videos to make sure they were dropped and everything was good, and that there's nothing weird happening, because that's what I do. I'll watch them once. Once they drop, okay, it's good, everything's perfect. And then it's like, what? I had already lived part of that message, and I didn't even realize it was for me. So it was like a little bit like, surprise. Okay. So in Life at 5, there was 4 cards that came out. The first one was the High Priestess. The second one was the Hermit. The third one was the Judgment card. And the fourth one was the Wands. Now, if you are familiar with my life path numbers, the first one is like the current, what you're currently looking at. Okay, the High Priestess has a lot to do with receiving intuition, receiving messages. And then after that, the Tangle came in as the Hermit. And they're very similar in nature, right? They're very intuitive cards, both of them. The Hermit goes inside, he's very already intuitive. But the thing is the Priestess, the wisdom, in Priestess, it's the Priestess draws in the wisdom, and the other one, the Hermit, it radiates it out. So one pulls it in, and the other one pushes it out. Hi, Amber. So I was going, okay, so the difference is, like right away when I was doing the reading for 5s, it was like, it's the difference between pulling it in and pushing the message out from inside. And I was going, it's kind of brilliant, but a little screwy, because you're going like, what's happening, right? The thing is that I have been doing a lot of receiving. Of course, I'm an empath, I'm a tarot reader. That's my whole life, right? I sit here and I know I get messages and they go out, in, out, in, out. The thing is that sometimes it should stay in, right? The Hermit's about insight. So I did the reading about resonance, and I've been looking for resonance. In other words, I've been trying to manifest something, let's just say, okay? And in the trying with my brain, I've been talking about it. I've been doing videos about it, not realizing that the two were connected, right? The spiritual message came in, I gave it to all of you, but I didn't do any of this. I didn't let it sit inside. Isn't that funny? That's funny. That's like the cosmic joke. That's a cosmic joke. That's funny, Jane. You didn't get it, did you? No. So, finally the untangling would be today. And it's a Judgment card. The Judgment card is about looking at what's been and kind of just making sense, making heads or tails, right? This is the pros, this is the con, this is what I have to take in, this is what I have to release, this is what I got to change, this is what I got to let go. It's a review, and it's also the card of awakening. In my case, it would be the card of Eureka. Holy crap, I got it. Okay. So not only this life path number 5 message completely resonate with me. See how I did that? Resonated? Yeah. It was about resonance. Okay? So that path showed me the door, right? That's the unraveling. That's me being out in the cold And that's me seeing the door. Like right now. I just saw the door. There's the door. Holy crap, there it is. I get it. And the last card is the Two of Wands. And that's about contemplation, innovation, and now going forward with the knowledge that I know and using it. Okay, so that was life path number 5. That's the actual reading for this week. And when I saw the cards and saw the message about resonance, which by the way had the Hermit and the Two of Wands in it, in the links that I just put there. Okay, if you go listen to it, it had these cards in it. Which I totally missed. I do readings and then I send them out there. Jane doesn't sit there and try to think of every single thing because my brain would fry. But when I watched it, bang, there it was. Okay. So, so the judgment wasn't a warning. It was an invitation to understand, to see the light, to see what's going on. Okay. Have you ever felt like you left yourself a message in the past and now seeing it? Has that ever happened to you? Like you maybe have said something to someone and then that same thing that you said to them came back to you. I want to know. Because that's what resonance is, right? It's like sending yourself a message and then walking right into it. You understand? That's like walking right into it. So let me know if you want to. Often enough. Yeah? Did that kind of like make you feel like, holy crap, I'm a genius, or I'm not a genius, I'm a complete, dodo bird? Because that's what I felt like today. Honestly, I was going, duh, really? I spent an hour talking about resonance to all of you in 2 separate videos. And then, like today I was like, here, take your own medicine there, Jane. Whoa. Okay. So that's, yeah. Okay. The kicker about it is that this can only mean one other thing, is that you don't have to know to be aligned. In other words, you're already aligned, you just got to walk into it. But it's to know, right? In my case, what I think, it's just realize it, awaken to it, and think, that was so cool. Because that's what I did. I thought that was cool. Well, first I said, really? You didn't get it? And then I thought, whoa, that was really cool. That was a little bit like Harry Potter for me. I had a Harry Potter moment for sure. Yeah, I did. Okay, so this is how resonant works. You become a tuning fork first, and then you recognize the song. Isn't that great? It's like you sit with the message, or you've seen the message, or you say the message, and then poof, you understand the message. It's like your brain catches up, right? And that's exactly it. Sometimes the brain is a real pain in the butt. Look what comes out. Insight. It's about insight, right? So what does that mean? It means pay attention to the stuff that comes in, even the stuff at random, especially if you're intuitive, especially if you're doing messages. Keep notes. I would say keep notes. Keep notes and read them at the end of the week, or I don't know, read them back to yourself. If you're not doing videos, because I'm lucky enough I have videos, I can just, listen to videos and go, I don't know, what else could we do here? Because this is about insight, right? How do we leave ourselves breadcrumb trails, right? Well, that's a kind of a strange question, but why not? Right? If you're leaving yourself a message to pick up in the future, or a couple of days, a week, in a couple of months, like I know this has happened to me. I'll talk about something and then I'll flash back to something and go, oh. But this time it really hit me hard because I've never talked an hour about something that I quite literally walked into. And I didn't even realize it. Like I have been doing a resonance thing since yesterday. Um, Resonance practices, tuning into calling in frequencies of resonance, right? Because in those videos that I talked about that I did, I said it's like opening a door and saying the word ball and ball comes to you, like it appears. That's how resonance works. It's reclaiming something. It's not calling it in. It already exists. You're just kind of walking into it, or it's coming into you, one of the two, right? And that's it. A lot of people, okay, so yeah, now they want me to talk about me. Okay, so this is the Page of Cups. This is about imagination. But more than imagination, it's about your perspective of things. Um, you can be driving down a highway today. I did it. I was driving, well, I wasn't driving. Somebody else was driving. Don't daydream while you're driving. It's not a good idea. We were going down the highway and there were trees, beautiful trees on each side of us. Okay. And we're at the time of year that it's spring, it's beautiful, it's raining, everything's really green, right? And it's not, I mean, it's a busy highway, but it's not a huge highway. It just two lanes, right? But there's still enough traffic. It's a main artery to a town. And usually you drive it, and the only thing that goes through my mind is this is a highway, got to get there, right? You're going to the grocery store or something, and you're going, this is the road, I'm going there. But it had been raining. The pavement was wet, and the green that was shining on the road made it look green, right? The roads looked green, the trees were green, and the way they were flowing in the wind, it almost like the trees were going, hello, like just the way they were waving back. I know it sounds a little weird, but honestly, it felt a little magical. And as we were driving down, I thought, this really feels good. And all the cars that were in front of us, it's like we're all going to somewhere, right? We're almost like we're on a pilgrimage to find something, right? Our groceries, something, but we're all just like traveling down this path, this beautiful path. And I thought, isn't that cute to think that, right? But then I thought, but what if everybody thought that? Like, what instead of like us saying this is just a road to get to the grocery store, this is a main artery to go to the grocery store, instead of that reality that everybody shares, right? It is that. It is real. That's exactly what it is. But if we put the magic back in the environment that we're in, okay? This beautiful road that reflects the beautiful green spring with the trees blowing in the wind, almost like an invitation. Everybody is going on a search for something. Doesn't that sound a lot better? Isn't that resonating more with our body? Don't you feel less stressed out than I'm going there and I'm going to get something, right? This is calling in a frequency. Let's say if there's 500 people and they all believe that, that becomes a reality, right? Go into that. Well, I went on a pilgrimage to find the perfect taco, right? Exactly. Side quests. Absolutely, right? And then you go into the store, and instead of rushing and hating everybody, you're going, I'm looking for the food, right? I'm looking for the stuff that I like, right? Even if you can't buy everything, there's that one thing that you really like, and you look at it and you go, this is going to feed me and make me feel so good. Different perspective. calling in a frequency, a very different one than the one that we're subjected to every day. The frequency that we call in, okay, is the one of stress and anxiety and go, 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 because that's what everybody's calling in. But what if what you can call in depends on how the way you do it, right? And you don't have to ask permission. You don't have to feel weird about it. You don't have to say, well, sure, the trees are blowing in the wind. Look, they're saying, hi, Jane. Hi, Jane. On the side of the road. People are going to go, okay, but I'm breathing today with joy and happiness. That's the difference. That's the difference. You're stressed, passing me in your car, going like this. And I'm just there going on a quest for the perfect taco kit because I feel like tacos tonight and it's the weekend and it's going to be fun. And I'm even going to light a candle and enjoy it. Are they wrong? Am I crazy? Are they right? Am I crazy? Are they like where do we stop letting a collective vibration that is stressing us out be the force that runs the world? It's as easy as that. Really. Okay? It's because any type of different thinking that doesn't really match up, it's either called crazy or we're a little bit flaky. If flaky means that I can create a world where I feel a lot better into it, okay. I'm okay with that. I'm done giving a crap what anybody else thinks. Um, I want to see beauty in the world. I want to create worlds that I want to be into, that I want to live in, that I want to be into, that I want to live in. Not only that, it might not stop there. What if the stuff you can imagine you can bring to life? And people might say, well, there's a difference between the real world and imagination. Is there? Ask anybody who's created their dream if that difference mattered in the end. I always like to give that thing of, you ever see those old 1940s or 1950s where they say, one day you'll be able to call somebody on the phone and see their faces. And people were going like, okay, right. Where am I right now? I'm broadcasting now, and anybody in the world who tunes into me can watch me. Back then it would have said, oh, you have a good imagination. Pretty cool. Yeah, you're smart. No, not going to happen. The dreamers thought it was going to happen, and it did. So what if today the things that you're thinking and thinking, that's not going to happen. Let's say a world in between, right? Just for an example. You know that stuff that you imagine in your mind, sometimes what we call daydreaming, right? What if those places are real? You would say, they're not real, Jane. They're what you're visualizing, right? Yeah. I'm talking to you. I can talk to anybody in the world right now. Yeah. So keep everything open. I'm not saying to go out and, ranting and raving. But don't shut things down just because they don't exist right now or they can't be explained or whatever. Open up to resonating with things, okay? And calling those energies in. You call them in, they start existing. Okay? They exist for you, and then they might actually exist in the material world, in the real world, in the tactile world. Okay? What if I told you that one day you'd be able to talk to loved ones that are no longer here? I mean, not in a way of just going, I am knowing that you're talking. No, no, in an actual, hi, how you doing? Would you think I'm crazy? It's already starting. This is the launching card. These are the first step cards. It's already starting. Some of us know this. And of course, everybody's going to be called crazy. Yeah, you're crazy. You're cuckoo. Oh, that crazy psychic lady. Okay, sure. That's fine. There's a lot we don't understand. We're working on frequency. There's a lot that we try to explain away that's really has to do with what's going on. Okay? Gut feelings. I talked about this. You know, people say, I have a gut feeling. That's not a thing. Your gut's a thing, but a feeling's not a thing. You can't, this is not a feeling. See, this is a nice little brush. This is not a feeling. I'm feeling the brush. Okay, I'm feeling in the sense of touch, but that sense of feeling, not a thing. Yet you feel it. You have a gut feeling. What about love? I remember when I was a kid, I thought love came from my heart. I thought there was an actual, like, little heart. Were you this person? I was. I thought there was a heart. I thought that's what my heart looked like. The little heart thing. And I thought that love radiated from it. That's another feeling. People can't deny it. Okay? Did somebody ask me why I'm wearing my bra? Because I'm strange. Outside of my dress. Because I'm strange. It's not a bra. Not that I need to explain. These are dungarees. It's like an overall. Would you like to see? Look, it's an overall. Okay. Woo! Taking off the bra. Okay. So now that we've gotten that, I hope that make you feel better and that you're going to sleep better tonight now that you know. I'm very happy if I was able to calm your mind while I'm talking about different dimensions, that my bra location is very important. Bless your heart, as my mother used to say. All right, so now that we've had fun, well, I've had fun anyway. I love trolls. They're my favorite. All right. So back to task. Nobody's stealing anybody's energy in this room. This is a room of non-negative energies. Actually, to tell you the truth, is that I think that this card is talking, if we're talking about resonance, they said dissonance is a way to resonance. In other words, whatever's not working out, it's going to try and call you back into another frequency. The dangerous part is that if you decide to tap into dissonance more than resonance, you're going to end up just, it's going to become your truth. Okay? You're going to make it happen. Somebody used to tell me, are demons real? And I'd say, do you want them to be real? Because you can most certainly create your own demons. We do it every day on this planet. It's amazing how good we are at it. We're so good at it. We create some really great boogeymen for ourselves. It's called fear and anxiety. And we like to scare the crap out of each other, even with things that haven't even happened yet. It's amazing. So, why are we creating it? Don't do it. Don't rob yourself. Don't rob yourself of good energies. Okay? If you want to talk to a flower and think that it's beautiful, give it a name and make it alive like it would talk back to you. And somebody goes, "You're crazy," and suddenly you have that feeling of, "Oh, maybe I'm crazy. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that." And nobody does that. Why? Why, for crying out loud, are we always just stepping on each other when we're trying to feel good? What's wrong with it? If that person wakes up every day, is a good person, okay? Takes care of their family, loves them, hugs them, takes care of them, and then talks to a lilac like it's alive, what harm is happening? Other than you have a good laugh, maybe think they're a little nuts, but hug them anyway and tell them, you're a little kooky, but I love you anyway. Okay? Why do we have to bring each other down? Why do we have to stomp on each other's thoughts and expansive minds? Expansive energies, even worse, because then we kind of just focus ourselves so tight in this freaking funnel that we can hardly breathe. And the only thing that we have left is fear, anxiety. It's terrible. It's awful. This right here, this is negative people too. Okay? Negative people who come in. Dissonance. What comes in and tells you this is not aligning with you anymore. This is why we have people who make who have the biggest successful lives, and suddenly one day you see them walk out. And the rest of the world's going, "What are you doing? You're making like tons of money, you have a corner office and keys to the executive bathroom, and you have like the biggest house and the whatever," and they go, that wasn't it. I'd follow that person because they figured something out. They figured out that that wasn't their frequency, and they're trying to call the right frequency in. Aha, fair enough. I meant no disrespect, madame. You look wonderful. I didn't mean any disrespect either. I'm just having a lot of fun. You're welcome to stay, and you're welcome to all your questions. Just, I might answer them. That's just the way I am right now. Look, I get to a certain age where it's like, I don't care. Let's laugh, let's dance, let's be foolish, let's answer all the questions. The Queen of Swords. A little bit about me. Very straight and narrow. Um, Otherwise, we have to close the chat to see. I'm here. I'll try to do better next time. I don't want to be adjusting the camera this time. Hold on. I need glasses. It's because I'm trying to see what you're writing. You write a lot. If I make a recommendation, the live chat covering half your face. If you could lower the camera a bit more, we could enjoy listening to you more. Otherwise, we have to close the chat to see. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm halfway through, so But thank you. I will try. Hi, Christina. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. I feel like it anyway. I hope that everything is going well with you. All right, so back to the Queen of Swords. Story time. This is Jane, Queen of Swords. This is me. When I first started reading, this is who I was. This was my significator card. I can't say it. You'll have to excuse me. Sometimes I have a hard time with certain English words because I'm actually French. So this was my significator card. I still feel like I'm not saying it right, but whatever. I started talking to my guides, Mona and Liam. This is who they identified. They went, "This is you. This is you, Queen of Swords. Sharp mind. Sharp mind. Has suffered a lot. Suffered a lot. A little protective with the heart." Okay. And I thought, yeah, yeah, it is me. Yeah. I was brought up by a man who had been in the military, who had been a cop, a raging alcoholic, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. And I walked on eggshells. I followed the rules. I was a good girl, tried to be, very much so. Kept my nose clean, stayed out of trouble. Met my husband, got married, had kids. For the most part, I did pretty good. There's a few bumps in the road here and there, but, and I was what you would call a reality-based person. Yeah, I know. For somebody who's doing tarot readings, it's very different, but that's the way it was, right? And then suddenly I had to part the clouds here. See, there's clouds. There's a lot of clouds. And I'm going to tell you, I feel that those clouds, I know she's supposed to be high above, but those clouds were kind of where the rest of my resonance lay. The frequencies that I had closed access to. Because I lived in the reality of what I knew, of what I'd been taught, not what I could create, right? You always look on the outside. It's like you're scrolling and somebody gives you the recipe to a recipe to a great dish that you like, right? And you follow it completely. You don't veer off. You don't do anything else than that. And then you make it, it tastes good, and that's the end of that. Well, I believe that intuition and evolution and awakening is not just making that recipe and eating it and always doing it the same way. It's actually diversifying. Starting to take the ingredients and build something different even at some points and just do something completely, nuts with it. Add pineapple. And for those of you who know, you know. So, because a lot of people say that's gross, don't add pineapple to anything. But the further you try to expand, the more things start coming in. Same thing with resonance. The more you expand, the more the frequencies start finding you. You are the instrument, and then you start playing the song, and the song finds you. Okay? So you have the Chariot here. This Chariot is saying, you are the one deciding where to go. But you have to decide where to go. You can't just sit in the Chariot. Okay, so these Sphinxes, they're kind of just like, they're waiting for your guidance. And that's the whole point about resonance. Not residence. Resonance. It's waiting for your guidance. Okay? We always think that something's going to hit you. And that's the part, that's, if you don't get anything else today, okay, if you don't, because I know I'm talking about different things and all kinds of things, and resonance isn't something that you call in. It is something you call in, but it's not something that you, oh God, this one is so hard for me to explain. It comes into you. It's already in existence. It's just waiting for you to call it in. It's just waiting for you to reclaim it and recall it. Okay? It could even be that this chariot, you don't need to go anywhere. The sphinxes, they're there. All you have to do is whistle, and it comes into you. You don't have to go and meet it. You call it in to meet you. That is the thing with resonance. That's the secret. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, that's manifestation." You ever hear Wayne Dyer say something like, "You don't call in what you want, you call in what you are." That's it. It's another way of saying it, right? You say, "I want a great job." Believe that you are on your way to a great job, or you're even if you're starting to go and look for that job, okay? How do I explain this in a way that you understand? I just feel like uh, I am learning it myself. So it's, you can say the words, but until it kind of hits you in the bones and the marrow, it's so hard to grasp it. There's the job out there for you. You just have to go and live it. That's it. That's it. You're not calling it in. It's there. Okay? The life that you want, it's already there. When we go job hunting and we get that job already existed. You just gotta get it. It's yours. Go get it. Don't think of it as something outside of yourself. Think of something that exists. You just gotta whistle the damn thing in. That's it. And thank you to everybody who's like giving me hearts and hearts and hearts. I love it. I love it. Let's see what else coming in here. Okay. Where am I at? Ooh. All right. So, oh, Christina, you're going to college. Yeah, so you're still going to college. You're still at school. How's that going? Let me know. I'd love to hear. Okay, so Patrick, resonance is like a vibration. It's already in the air. You just have to open and ready for it when it comes your way, right? Yes. Yes, not only that though, you have to you have to send the right signal. That's the other part, right? If there's a bunch of resonances that are frequencies, okay, that are around you, you could be walking through them, but if you're not calling them in or just calling the right, if you're not playing the right note, it's not going to find you. That's the thing. It's not going to connect with you. You have to be playing the right song, right? The right notes for the song to find you. That's the way it goes. Yeah. I'm doing great. However, work has been a struggle trying to make ends meet. Yeah. I think this world is starting to be a big struggle. Hold on here. I'll be back. I am back. All right. Okay, so how do you find your resonance? It's exactly this. This is your resonance. Okay? Patrick, it's like with piezoelectric crystals in ultrasound machines. You first need to vibrate a certain way for the vibrations to bounce back and make an image. Wow, so that's how it works. Amazing. See, we already have technology working with that kind of stuff. There's something to it. You know, I honestly believe that we always had the means and capabilities of making things happen for us. It's just that we've been so programmed to believe in a bunch of crap that serves, well, somebody's purpose, but not ours, right? And now there's a bunch of light workers, and me included, who are opening doors. I'm not shoving you through a door. I'm not shoving anybody through a door. I'm showing you the light. I'm showing you the door and the doorknob. I'm going, there's something there. There's something there for you. You get to pick whether you go through it or not, though. Everybody's got to make that choice. I have. If there's a friggin' door showing up for me, I am so walking through it, because this world right now, it needs something else than what it's given out, for sure. So the Six of Pentacles for me is always the card. Um, oh my God, ultrasound machines, and Christine is talking about an ultrasound technician. We have resonance in this room. Synchronicities abound. It is beautiful, isn't it? I like it. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles here. I'm going to get it out. This is personal balance for me. It's better than a justice. Justice is an eye for an eye. Apples with apples. Temperance is tempering, like making it work, like tempered steel, like just you until things kind of, work out. This is about give and take. This, you see, he's got the scales. Sometimes he'll give, sometimes he'll take. This is your life. Resonance works with your frequency. What we have been trying to do in this world is make everybody resonate to the same frequency. Just look around you. I mean, for me, when I was younger, it was grow up, find a man, get a job or don't get a job, have the kids, buy the house, get the car. That was the frequency that we were supposed to tap into. If back then I would have said, I want to be a spiritual enlightenment awareness teacher, my father would have said, that girl don't pay the bills. You go up and be a secretary or a doctor. We can't afford sending you to school, but you be a secretary or you go work somewhere else. Yeah, take that little dream of being somebody who is spiritually aware and shove it in a closet and lock it away. Because this world demands that you go out, make money, and you do. They put you between a rock and a hard place. You can't live without money. They built a beautiful system that keeps us all resonating at a frequency that we probably didn't even want to be signed up to. But because it exists and that's the way it is, we live in dissonance. And that dissonance makes us feel all the time like something inside is missing, right? You're walking around, we're disconnecting from each other, we're disconnecting from our lives. Some of us show it in addiction to food, been there, addiction to shopping, right? I hate my life, so I'm going to go and do some retail therapy. It's going to make me feel better. Then you get into debt. Oh, yay, that's so much, that makes you feel so much better. Yeah, that makes you feel better. Okay? Yeah, I want to live in a tiny home. But the communities go, no, you can't do that. It's restricted. It's not to code. You got to buy a house this big by this big, and it's got to cost you that much, because you have to be in debt for your entire life, because that's what everybody does. That's the frequency. You got to walk into it. And we walk into it and we make it true until we don't want to do it anymore. Until we start finding ways of getting out. Some of us show it in ways of, I did a decade to freedom. I started finding ways to save money and cutting back and still having my favorite lunch, and got everything paid off within, I think it was 6 years. Debt free. No debt, no house payment. And you know what's the scary part of that? Is that that's when I started having bigger ideas, different frequencies, a different kind of resonance. It starts that way. These frequencies, they come in different. We're not meant to all be in a box of we need the house, we need the car. We're meant to have our own sense of balance, whatever that means. If I want to talk to a lilac tree, by the way, I don't, but I just put that as a thing. Maybe I should. They're almost gone, the lilacs. My flowers are going away. Maybe I should. But if I wanted to talk to a tree like it was a person and go, "Hey Bob, how you doing today?" Eh, the wind was pretty high last night, wasn't it? And if the neighbor wants to talk to his fence, why not? Right? You were once a tree. Thank you. God, I love you. You're so pretty, right? You've got an energy of protection on my house. Cool. If he wants to live in a trailer and I want to live in a mountain. I wonder where that came from. In a mansion. Why? Why do we have all these rules? Because somebody's making money for sure. We're not going to breach that one. And rules are made to be obeyed because, well, we can't have the pilgrims running around doing whatever the hell they want, right? Because that would be wrong. But the world is waking up to this. It's like, and it starts with one word. Why? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to believe you and not me? Interesting. They're all great questions. And I don't have all the answers because, well, I don't profess to be a guru or anything. I'm just a tarot reader. I'm just a plain old little human being in my side of the world. But I have some really great thoughts about this. And I have a lot of insight. And I've been awakening really hard. I've had an ascension happen there in the last little while. Well, I think it's happened, or it's hard with these terminologies because I don't really, it's how I feel. That's the thing with me. I do the thing and then I figure out what the hell happened. And it's always been that way with me. But ascension is awakening. Ascension is like going further, deeper, more intuitive. I went from being plugged into spirit to being the whole damn receiver in the space of like 3 months. And that really opened up my eyes. Not only that, I started getting a little fearless and a lot happier. So, I'm going to pull cards. I'm going to take... Yeah. Actually, anybody has a question? I would love your questions. If there are members here, they go first because, well, they pay and they're nice. I mean, it's only $3 to be a member here, so not the end of the world. Girls got to make cash. We still live in that world, unfortunately. Okay, and before you do ask your questions, though, please keep in mind, I don't do like, does he like me? Ask him. Okay? Ask about yourself. Ask about your path. Ask about what you need to know right now. And, give me details. Don't be vague. Vague questions get vague answers. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm an energy reader. Very different. Okay? So, absolutely, reality is tough pill to swallow, but makes it easier when it comes from someone so beautiful. Patrick, stop flirting with me. I have already too many people who adore me. I'm kidding. Flirt. Damn. It makes a girl feel good. It's okay. All right. I'm shuffling and I don't have any questions. Come on, people. Come on, people. You can ask me about your life, okay? Just don't ask me to solve your life. That's the other part, you know? I talk about empowering yourself vibrationally. Any of my members here today, did you guys catch my, or are you just being like super quiet? Which direction is my work going? Conflict at work with arrogant coworker. Stay or go? You want to know if you're staying or going, or or they're staying or going? No, that's right. It's you, right? I don't know if they're going to answer that. I don't think they're going to make the decision for you, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see. Let's see. I always pull 3 cards. First one was the Page of Pentacles. And the 6 of Cups. Okay, so where's it coming in? What's coming in here? With the Judgment card, I'm thinking it's they're asking you to carefully review what you're doing, okay? With the Page of Pentacles, they're acknowledging that you are learning something new, most definitely, because this is the apprentice, right? The funny part of it is I feel with the 6 of Cups that it's saying to, I don't know, explore some, like, the joy inside of yourself. Like, I feel that they're saying, like, you're letting this person have too much power on you. That makes sense. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's saying you're letting this person take your power away, right? It feels like schoolyard stuff. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. I feel that they're saying to just take some time, assess the situation, okay? See what can be picked out of there. I don't think that you're going to be able to change this person, honestly. I think it has to be your decision in the end, whether you can change the way that your your frequency is around them. In other words, like, not let it bother you as much as it does. He's a bully. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I have a feeling that it has to be something inside of you. You're going to have to assess whether you can bring happiness back to where you are. The 7 is telling me that you're going to have that conversation with self. Can I make this a better situation or not? Right? Let me see what else. Call 911 next time they go off. What is that? Call 911? Yeah, you have the Devil in reverse. So it's about removing the restrictions. So you can take it either way. Obviously, they don't want to make the decision for you, but maybe as well with the assessment card is you're saying it's hard right now with work and school. Is there a way that you can do anything else at the moment to hold you off? Like, is there any other things? The 7 is also the card of also getting stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? But this is about removing those restrictions. Like, it's in the reverse. So it's restrictions, but it's about removing them. He is unhinged and it's scary. Okay. Well, if you are feeling that way, he sounds pretty toxic, right? Is there anybody you can tell? I know the cards didn't really, right? other side hustles. That's what I feel. To get yourself out of this restrictive place. Right? Yeah. I can feel like the cards are telling me that you want out. Like I can see this I can see this Knight of Swords is going, get me the hell out of here. Um, yeah. And thank you for the super, by the way. I appreciate it so very much. You're welcome, Christina. I wish you the best. It's very hard to live with people like that. Are you too nice? I would have gotten fired. Oh, I'd have walked into his office, called him every name in the book, and walked out. And I never put up with bullies. I have a face that if somebody bullies me, this is the face they get. Like, what? Like, look at these eyes. Look at these eyes. They get these eyes. Like, would you like to rephrase that? Oh, yeah. Would you like to take that back while you still have the chance? Because this girl ain't playing. Yeah, no. Oh, no. 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 When I was at work, to tell you the truth, you guys, um, I didn't like being there to begin with, but I was super efficient, so I never got fired by anything because I created systems. I didn't want to work hard, so I created systems that saved them money and time. But it was to do it for myself, right? And then they didn't want to get rid of me, but they didn't come and badger me because my face would be like, you coming to play with me? You're gonna tangle with me right now? Oh, you're not gonna do that. But I was still, yeah. You're gonna do fine. You're going to do fine. You've got a lot of help though, Christina. Look at this. Okay, this is my card of like guidance, divine guidance. This is usually my Mona and Liam card. You know, me, Mona and Liam. They're watching me work. Of course, they're watching me work. Thanks a lot. They're watching me work. So you've got a lot of guidance right now. But I'd say follow your gut feeling. And this comes from me, not the cards. You know, if at one point it is getting too toxic for you, either let somebody know or get out of that situation. Like, honestly, honey, okay? Nobody needs to put up with that. Nobody does. So, but yeah, look for side hustles. Maybe one, two, yeah, in between school where you can fit them in. Make it fun, change the atmosphere. I'm hearing that maybe some of these you may even keep. What? Okay. Yeah. You know, like something that you like so much that you do it part time, you know, just almost like a hobby. Hmm. Yes, Sandra, you may. I have made some progress and I'm not sure if this is my right path. Can you ask for me? Okay. Are you asking because you just want confirmation? Because it's fun to ask, but you really know that you are on the right path? Because I could totally do that. Are you asking because there's something inside going, not too sure about this? Is it because you're going but you're not quite sure where the destination lies? There's still some fog up ahead? I am asking. You are asking? Okay, so here's the reply. The Nine of Cups. Does it make you happy? Does it make you feel good? Are the steps that you're taking into your life feel like the right ones? Even if you don't know exactly where you're going, something inside you is still going, yes. And you're sitting like this. Yes. That's the answer. I don't feel the right mood. Then you have your answer, don't you? Right? The next question probably should be is why did you go down this pathway? Okay? Why did you feel the need to go down this road? Okay, this one you're going to have to answer for me because it has the Three of Swords. Maybe was it because the other situation, you needed to leave the other situation? It presented a truth. It showed you what you were not vibing properly with. You know, when you have this card, what they're telling me, when you have the Three of Swords at any point in your life, that's usually a heartbreak. And when you're leaving a relationship because it's not working out, it's usually because you chose to love yourself more. As hard as it is, you chose to love yourself more. And that's good. Because if somebody can't love you right, and you finally stepped up and say, my heart's breaking and I'm leaving this, or I can't do this anymore, it's because you say, I love myself enough to move forward. All right. You are glad. I am glad. Okay. You are glad. Well, I would say that's a great start. And you know, sometimes we don't figure it all out all in one shot. We take a few steps and we go, that feels good. And then you take a few more steps and either it feels really good or you're going, it doesn't feel as good anymore. And then you review and you course correct. That's it. So, Patrick, if I feel trapped in my head, is that a sign of something? And how can I avoid it? Let's see, Patrick. If I feel trapped in my head, is that a sign? How can I avoid it? Doesn't want to give me an extra card. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Woo! That one just went flying. Okay. So yeah, I see this. So you're definitely dealing with challenges. Now my next question for you would be this. Are you thinking of things that are going to happen in the future before they even happen? Are you living with things in the past? Because when you get stuck in your head, especially, I don't know if you're stuck with anxiety, But if you're stuck in your head with stuff, it's usually because you're dealing with something in the past. Both. Oh, Patrick, that sucks. Okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest. The past you can't change. The only thing that you can do with the past is you can take the lessons that were learned and use them as wisdom. In other words, of not doing it again, or turn it into something that's going to be productive for you. It's like somebody who tries a recipe, screws it up, then learns to try it differently, right? So you just take it and then you go in a different direction with it, right? Until you get it right. And don't see them as failures. See them as a chance to get it right again. And not even more than that, don't see it as a failure, see it as you got a different result than what you were expecting. I love this one. This is my favorite one, right? You're going, okay, that recipe really sucked when I did it, and it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it. But I'm not failing because I am going to try it again, right? So that's what came before. When something in the past comes in and starts bugging you in your mind, think to yourself, how can I use this to my advantage? How can I move forward with this in the present moment, and move forward? Worrying about something that has not happened yet is going to make you miss your entire life today. When your mind is busy tapping into a frequency that hasn't happened yet, then what happens is that you end up living in a place that doesn't even exist. It doesn't exist. And you're going to say, it's easy for you to say, Jane, very easy. Yeah, yeah. It's like, it's easy for you to say, yeah. But I used to do that too. Whenever your mind starts hijacking you either way, I have an exercise for you that's going to help you, okay? Try this. I want you to sit either in a room or a place that you like, or, a space. It doesn't even have to be a space that you like. Make sure that there's a few things, and I want you to take 5 minutes and start looking at things in the room. In other words, it would be like me sitting here going, my mind is going crazy. It's going in the future. It's going in the past. And I go, stop. I'm right in the present moment right now. My hand, finger, ring, oracle book, makeup brush, soft, lip gloss, ruins, soft, cold. What am I doing? I'm naming everything that is presently in my space right here. I snap my mind right back to here. Now, it's not going to fix everything, but it'll help you for right now, okay? It'll bring you back to the now. You'll stop racing to the forward, and you're going to stop thinking of the backwards, and you can live right in the present moment. Breathing exercises are also good, even just 5 minutes. Just concentrate on 4, hold for 4, out for 6, hold for 4, in for 4. That's the breathing thing for 5 minutes. And it'll help. Okay? Your eyes, your smile, your hands, they're 5. Cool. And thank you, Christina, again. Hi, Christine. Hi, Christine. How are you? My other Christine. My friend Christine, we still haven't met up for coffee, Christine. Christine, you've forgotten about me, Christine. I'm gonna start getting mad at you. I'm kidding, I'm not. Come on, girl. Give me half an hour one day. We're gonna meet up, have coffee. I have some stuff to give you anyway. All right. So, all right. So, is there anybody else? Ooh, it's nice to see you helping so many people. Thanks, Patrick, but that's what they asked me to do. That's what I'm here. That's my life path. That's my contract. I'm here to help. And if I can help anybody find their way to happiness, we can change just a little bit the unhappiness that's on the planet. It'll help. It'll go a long way. Not the whole planet has to change, just enough to get it back into balance again. Because this world's all about balance. We're polarities. We're not here for perfection. But right now, the balance of the energies is really dismal. So, we will get there soon. No, no, that's a non-committal. That's a non-committal, honey. You're a 5, I'm a 5. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'll stay here listening some more. It's soothing. Aww. I think I've got a crush on Patrick. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Hi, Lotus. I don't know if you're still here. 369, my favorite numbers forever. Yes. I like Tesla and not the company, the actual man named Tesla. Yes. First week of July. That's in a month. That's in a month, honey. Oh, after your runs are over, right? Yeah. I just like to have you live. The energy's different. Just loving it. Just make Patrick's day with that comment. You guys, you're so loving. It's so nice to be here tonight. Wait, how long have I been here? Whoa, 77 minutes, 7-7. Somebody look up angel numbers. I should go in my Facebook group and see. What's 7-7? Wait, I have a thing right here. It says, I even posted it. You guys think I posted it for you. I posted it for me half the time. I don't know what the hell numbers are, those things. And I do life path. That's so funny, right? It's different. These are angel numbers. Let me see here. Oh, there we go. Index of numbers. Yes, let's go take a look and see. What is 70? Oh, spiritual awakening, enlightenment, new path. That's what we've been talking about. Resonance. Right? Look at Christina. She's getting it. Hey, I pressed on and it went away. Why did it go away? This thing doesn't love me. It just doesn't love me. Okay. Let me see. You're not married? I don't know. Is my husband on? Is he watching? No, I'm not married. I have been married for so long, I wouldn't even know how to date. But you know, he may want to share. You never know. I could ask. One more question. School the path for me. Okay. You want one? Okay. One more question. School. Oh. I know what the card said. You want to know the school, the path for me. Hi. Hi, gentle heart. Here's one of my moderators. So, Christina, what? I doubt he would enjoy watching you shuffle as much as me. Can't believe you're single. I'm not single. I'm not single. I have many suitors. Yes. I have an earth husband and I have a, a thread, if you call it. Yeah, an origin thread. Thread. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's challenging at this point. Okay, so, yeah, I feel like I feel that it's going to be okay. Okay, see this? You just got to reconnect with that part of yourself because I see the other cards too. I feel like there's isolation and this I feel is more like you, like right now. You're feeling like a little isolated and I think this card is making me feel like I'm hearing it's almost like I almost feel like you're saying stuff to yourself. Is that right? Like I don't want to say it here. It's almost like a little like talk inside of your head, you know? Like this is tough, this is hard. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? I think you got to reconnect with the idea that this is what you want. Okay? It's like I was saying, right? Um believe that you are. Okay? When you first thought of doing this, did you absolutely believe that you could do it? Did you believe it in your heart, like all your heart and soul when you did it? Yes, you did. Go get that feeling. This stuff that you're going through, it's the talk that you're telling yourself in your head. Okay? Yeah. Oh, I'm going to fail. I'm not going to make it. Maybe you're going to hit a few bumps in the road. Okay? But think about it this way. Okay? Whatever comes, even if the path switches direction, even if in the end, let's say you're going, oh, I didn't do so well or whatever, and you let's say I'll give you just an example. You do an exam, it doesn't work out, and you go, oh God, it's all going to fall apart. You go to the teacher and you go, I really want to do this. I want to understand. I need tutoring. I want to do this. This is my life. I want to do it, right? Who doesn't respond to that? But even if it goes all wrong, if everything went completely wrong, there is something else that's going to show up for you. Everything that you walk in life, it's meant for you. The worst thing that you can do is not try. And the second worst thing that you can do is not believing in yourself. Defeating yourself before you ever not make it. Because that is like 90% of screwing yourself up. It's 90% of screwing yourself up. Ask Patrick. Hell, ask me. I lived in the future so long in my life. It was annoying. It's annoying. You see a challenge and you immediately think the worst thing. Oh God, this is so hard. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Okay? And it doesn't mean that you're going to end up at the end of this road either. It doesn't mean that even if it ends up that these cards would mean, I had the best of intention and then it all screwed up. Remember, when you are at the end of something, you choose yourself. You stop talking badly about yourself. You stop talking to yourself like you're a failure. And you choose peace. You choose harmony. You choose the path that fits you. What fits you will always find you if you give it a chance. Okay? Oh, yeah, somebody else asked me that if they have any spiritual gifts. Anybody who asked that question? Yes. Yes. We're all born with them. Okay? It's because nobody talks about it. We learn math, we learn our language, we learn even how to pay bills. Well, probably not from school. I never did. You learn all of the stuff, but the things they don't teach you is like, hey, you know that thing about a gut feeling? That's actually your intuition. Hey, you know? Actually, that visualization or daydreaming, that's you creating a portal to like an in-between world. No, they don't tell you any of that. They keep you thinking that, you know, love is normal because, they couldn't shut that down. We feel that. We feel love. But all the things that you can't hold in your hand, like this, that's all part of spirituality. That's part of another realm. That's part of something that you can't grasp. You can't. So, do you have a spiritual gift? Yeah. If you feel love, if you have a gut feeling, if anything, if you are open to it and you are sitting there questioning, do I have a spiritual gift? The answer is yes. I don't need to pull any cards for that. That you have not tapped into yet. Let's see. We'll ask the card. I'll ask the card. I will pull a card for you. My answer would be yes. Because that comes with, well, you said tapped into. If you just arrived, I was talking about frequencies. When you call the frequency in, when you play the right note, the song will find you. That's basically the answer to that. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the time, a lot of that, this is control. We have a lot of that in our lives, right? We have things that we hold on to tightly. When you stop holding on to ideas too tightly, like, oh, I've only got certain amount of gifts and only certain things that I can do, when you let go of that, then you'll probably be able to find more gifts. Most of the time people don't have just one. They have a few. Some of them have a lot. I think we have access to them all, but not everybody is like, we have specialties, things that we're better at, you know? So, like for me, my specialty is showing people doors. Look, there's a door. You want to go through it? I can't go through it for you, but I can show you, and then you can go explore. But it's doors they hadn't seen. That's my gift. See? I have more than that. I've felt people's presence from the other side. People who have gone, but other people. I don't like that one that much because I don't know much about it, but, you know? Yes. Okay. Yeah, isn't that great? When you play the right note, the song will find you. That's what resonance is. They're all out there. Our frequencies, imagine it like a supermarket. All the frequencies you've ever wanted, they're right there. All you have to do is play the right note, and the frequency is going to find you. It's right there. All right, with that, you guys, I'm going to go because it's been 89 minutes. 89. Oh, I just missed 88. Damn it. Okay, so thank you so much for for being here. I love you all, and I mean that. You guys are fantastic. This was such a great live. If you are not a member, I am doing, um, go ahead and say, go ahead and pay the $3 and be a member. You know why? Because I do a Zoom in 2 weeks. Wait a minute, I'll give you the date. Where's my calendar? On my mess of a desk. Okay, what's 2 weeks from now? I can't find my calendar, you guys. Where'd it go? Okay, I'm at Jane's Messy. It's official. I can't find anything. I will put a link. I will put a post so that you can see. And in 2 weeks, I will have a Zoom meeting with my members. I had one last time. I had two people show. It was kind of cool. We spent like time together for an hour, and I get to see you and get to see me. You can turn your camera on or off. It doesn't really matter, but you get a voice. You can talk. We talk to each other. Yeah, that would be cool, right? I thought it was cool because I mean, here I talk to you guys, and that's great, but I want to hear you guys. Like, I want your voices to come back to me. You know, I'm not just like preaching. I want to talk to you. So if you're a member, come. Thank you. So then the next Saturday in 2 weeks is the 14th. The 14th, I will be here. I will put a link for members. If you're a member, you'll see the link because the post will be for members only. And it doesn't matter what level of membership you're in, you can be part of it. Okay? I can have with the free one up to 100 people. I don't have 100 people as members. So no worries, okay? And if it ever happens that I need more room, we'll do more Zooms. I don't care, okay? So thank you so much for being here. It was so much fun. And I hope you got a lot out of it. Take good care of yourself, okay? Pick the right things. Make the right decisions. That's gonna resonate with your happy. That's the best thing I can give you. Okay? Sing the right note. Don't sing a note of a sad song. Sing the note of a beautiful song, a happy song. You know? Bye guys. Have a great night, have a great weekend. And don't forget, if you're Pisces, tomorrow there's a reading. The Life Path Numbers, that's my other channel. There is those are probably going to be all out by tomorrow for the upcoming week. I have Tarot Guide with AI, which is a channel with David. And I also have Soul Awareness, which is a channel that just kind of does collective reads and kind of in your face like I have been tonight. But yeah, they talk about all kinds of stuff. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a great night. Take care. Bye for now.